As temperatures drop and the sun sets earlier and earlier every day, it's common to feel a little bit of the blues.
However, for more than 10 million people affected by seasonal depression, just making it through the day can feel impossible. So, mental health expert and jetmag.com blogger Jinnie Cristerna is here, and she's going to talk about beating the blues this holiday season. So good morning and welcome.
Yeah, it's so good to
You've been had your fist ready to
beat
fight.
those blues.
Right.
And,
This is a really big time. Do you think it starts really with Thanksgiving? Is this the biggest of the problems, or is this where it starts through the season?
I think this is when people start to notice that there was a pattern. So usually it starts to onset kind of October-ish, you know. But what happens is people go, oh, well, I'm not feeling so good, or I'm just kind of feeling blah. But by the time Thanksgiving rolls around, they've been in a rut. And so it's not just like a day or two or something like that. Then they go, wait a minute, something's wrong.
Now, how do we know the difference? Is it that you know that it's a long-term thing that makes it different? Because I think all of us get a little bit of the blues when the weather changes. But how do you know you've stepped over into something that may need treatment or you need to pay a special attention to?
That's a wonderful question, and we're going to talk about that. So the first thing is that you want to notice if it happens when the weather changes, when the season changes. So usually the seasonal depression happens around the fall, winter time.
Yeah.
Most people are pretty happy in the summer. They're out, and that sun, which is amazing, our body needs the sun, is really great for helping us feel happy, right? So that shift is just noticeably different in the fall and definitely the winter. And I think around Thanksgiving to around that time, family stuff starts to trickle up, so it's so much easier, right, to kind of rub up against that. And then when people are in a room together,
you know what happens.
There are some people who are struggling with tomorrow.
Right.
There's a Thanksgiving brawl.
Are there some clear symptoms?
Yes.
Like clear things to look for?
Yes. So you want to look for that marked decrease in pleasurable activities or even that increase in irritability. So people think that depression is just something that happens and then it gets sad. Well, actually, it's also irritability in adults and in teenagers. So it's not always crying. It's that irritability, being tired, if you have a tough time getting along with folks more than usual. And it's if it happens throughout the year, then that's a problem. But if it just starts to happen around the fall, winter time, right? And then just kind of that hypersensitivity, to being rejected or left out. And then you want to sleep a lot or maybe not sleep enough. And the appetite will change. You might gain or lose some weight, which, you know, for folks, if I lose a little bit of weight, I'm good.
That's a happy thing.
Right. But sometimes if it's more than 5% of your body weight and you haven't been exercising or dieting, that's a problem. Or if you've gained more than 5%.
It's amazing how your mental state affects
100% your whole physical being.
It's amazing. Now, what are some things we can do to prevent it? We see this light in there. Is this part of your whole tip for what we can do?
The reason I brought this, there's other things that you can do. You can, of course, go and see a doctor. There's medication. You can talk with somebody, a counselor, ideally. But one of the things that I think is the easiest for most people to do is the light therapy.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, it used to be hundreds or even thousands of dollars, for light therapy, for the little box.
Because they had those boxes that open up almost like a makeup mirror. Yeah, right?
Exactly. And you would sit in front of these boxes for like 30 minutes, right? And then your mood would shift. And it really does work. It's because it's about being in the light, hence the fall and winter onset, right? So what happens is now you can go to any store and get a day stick.
Oh, really? So this isn't a specialty item?
This is $8.50. And you can put these in your home and different areas of your house. And if you want to turn this on, you'll see how bright it is. It emulates natural light.
So a day stick is just a light bulb that's in there. I never even heard one.
Me either.
I'm telling you. So can we
do we have this?
Turn it on. Let's do this. Oh, wait. I think it's up here. I got it.
There we go.
Yeah, let's see how bright this is. Oh, right. So it looks like an LED.
And it looks like a regular light. Oh, no. It's kind of a cone shape.
Right. But you can get it in different shapes and different sizes. And the beautiful thing about this is that if you turn this on and you sit under it or sit right by it and just kind of have it, on you, 30 minutes 3 times a day. I'm going to tell you, I put this in. I have 2 teenagers in my home, so they're just naturally irritable. I don't really know.
Stop. And this is how you mess with them.
Right. Well, I have to tell you, my son actually does his homework so much better with the day stick. And it's just so easy. So if you're feeling that you're getting the seasonal blues, try replacing, in one room, your lamps, your lights, or what have you with, a full spectrum light bulb.
Day stick. They're called day
Yeah.
sticks. You don't look. You're not supposed to like hold because that was really bright when you
Yeah.
held it up towards our eyes.
Right.
So it's just even being near it or as close to
Right,
it.
just having that light. And so the beautiful part about this whole thing is that you just 30 minutes a day, 3 times a day.
That's
A lot of
amazing.
offices have started to replace it with full spectrum light bulbs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's a prettier light because the
Yes.
green of the fluorescent is just
Yeah.
not attractive on some.
And it is
skin
bright.
tones.
I mean, you really feel like it's the sun. What about vitamin D too? I know a lot of us like you have to kind of load up on vitamin D.
Yes, vitamin D is great, which is why being out in the sun is so good.
Yeah.
Right. So if you need vitamin D supplements, definitely talk with your doctor. Talk with a nutritionist and get what's right for you.
Mhm.
But definitely getting out as much as you can, still exercising. Your fitness membership is really good around this time, not just because.
And this is the time we also we aren't as motivated to go too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Right.
that can be part of that seasonal
Mhm.
depression because you remember, exercise is a natural antidepressant.
Right.
And Jinnie, do you find most people come out of it okay too? That's the thing
Yes.
too. Probably knowing,
Yes.
okay, this is my time of year. This is when it happens. I'm going to be okay.
And that you're gonna get
You're
through it.
reassuring yourself, right?
Absolutely. And then some benefits of it is like, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to look awesome.
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
be in so much shape, right? So it's about not just going poo-poo on mental health. It's about these are things that are happening to me in my body that's signaling I'm ready to do something and grow into a different space. And so when you're ready to do that, all of the work that you put in benefits you in so many ways later.
Yeah.
So it's about, okay, we're having a blue moment. How can we turn that into something better?
We
Okay.
love your solutions, especially for $8.50. If you want
You're
more
not taking
advice from
this
Jinnie, you
My
can
son is going to come looking for you, Melissa.
I know.
We're just borrowing it. Don't worry.
You can go to Jinnie's weekly blog called Moment of Clarity on jetmag.com. You can also find out more about Jinnie Cristerna's counseling programs at highachiever.net. Always good to see you.
Yeah, good
Thanks
to
for
see
coming
Jinnie.
back.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I feel
Thank
better
you.
already with this light.
I know.
Don't you?
It's awesome. I feel like we look good too.
You look amazing.
Thank you.